Are we in portrait? I mean, okay. I am a portrait. How the fuck am I supposed to stand it up? It's impossible. Rotate device. How am I supposed to stand it up like that? A bottle. If I drill a hole in a bottle, I could put the fucking thing through there. I could rest it on a bottle. That'd work, right? Why is it in portrait? I don't want to be in portrait. This is just joking out at story time. I wish I could read out what I just wrote. I'll give you the gist, right? Joking out at story time. So I was technically classed as homeless living at Salvation Army. Right? After being beat up by well, beat up. She didn't beat me up, she's fucking weak. She's a woman. She didn't beat me up, but she fucking won't stop. She won't stop trying to fucking hit me, She won't stop trying to hit me. And she's punched me in the mouth before, and she's punched me in the kidney before. And this time I was just like, you know what? The love of my life, it's your turn to go to prison. So I grassed her up. I snitched on her. And then she fucking said I fucking did. I don't even know what I got arrested for, to be honest. I don't even know what I got arrested for. All I know is, like, it was no further action. No further action when I got released out of the fucking police station. And I vowed never to go back there again. So after living in a tent for 2 weeks, this was before, I put in place fucking a situation with my girlfriend, and I says, look, right, if we can't get along, I'm out of here. Like, I have to fucking get out of here. And she's like, no, don't leave, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Becky, but, like, I can't trust you. I can't trust you. You've got to promise me that you're going to be loyal to me. You've got to promise me now that you're going to be loyal to me. You're not going to hurt me. You're not going to cheat on me. You're not going to fucking, like, call the police on me unless you have to, like, unless it's absolutely necessary, Unless I'm fucking, like, hurting you for some reason. Like, I don't fucking hurt her. I've never fucking hurted her. I've never fucking hurted her. I don't hurt people. Well, alright, I have hurt her. But, no, I ain't fucking hurt her. I've pinned her down. And gone, I'm a man. You wanna fight like a man? Get out of this one. That's all I do. I don't have to fight women, for fuck's sake. I bashed my girlfriend in the face once. I backhanded my girlfriend in the face once. That's the worst I ever did in 2 years. That's the worst thing I ever did to my girlfriend. She's always like, She's always like fucking. She's all like, you know, like not punches, but like the hammers. My girlfriend were all about the hammers. She used to fucking hammer the shit out of me. And, you know, I'm a man. I can take it. It didn't hurt. It never fucking hurted me. What hurted me more was the fact that she wanted to hit me for some reason. That's what fucking hurted me. And one time one day when she punched me in the fucking mouth, and so I was sat down playing computer, and then she punched like, "Oh, you don't pay me any attention." Or I can't even remember what it were about. But I think it was because, you know, she always used to say, like, "I don't pay no attention," and I used to say, "I take you out. I take you out of money I've saved for years. You know, I wined and dined you for fucking like a year. You know, I had 2 grand. I had 2 grand in bank that I fucking rationed out over a year, and we had a fucking good time. And now that I'm on benefits, and you know, you have not shown me any respect in this relation. I still fucking love you, but you ain't shown me no respect in this relationship whatsoever. 37 times at this point, the police had been called to the house 37 times because of my girlfriend. I've never called the police. I never ever call the police. You know, I just fucking deal with it like a man. I just deal with the situation as it arises. I don't have to call the police. And the one time I call the police, she gets arrested and I get arrested. I'm like, what the fuck did I do wrong? And she went, oh, she said, I can't even tell you what. She said I raped her. That's what she said. She punched me in the face, right? She punched me in the face. Like, I got up out of my chair, walked past her to go to the mirror to check if my lip were bleeding. And then as I walked past her nonchalantly, like, you know, it didn't fucking hurt, which it did. Like, it just annoyed me more than anything. It didn't really hurt. You know, when you get punched in the lip and you're like, fucking bashed against my tooth, or you've bust my lip. It feels like you've like bust your lip, you know. It's like this pain that your teeth just getting banged against. I can't believe she punched me in the mouth, of all places as well. Like, just the face. Why? Like, what kind of girlfriend punches you in the face? And as I walked past her to go towards the mirror, she punched me in the kidney from behind, and I was just like, fuck you, bitch. I slapped her in the face. I call the police. I call the police because she flipped out, you know, she flipped out and goes, I'm gonna call the police, I'm gonna call my mum and blah, blah, blah. And like, it's just the same shit that's always happening, so I call the police first. And the police was like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? The police were like, you know, whose house is it? And I says, we've got a joint tenancy. And I says, well, you both can't stay here. I I says, what do you mean we both can't stay here? This is my house. And she's like, oh, this is my house. And it's like, all right, arrest them both then. So we both arrested. So we both got arrested. And then because we both got arrested, the police had to take our fucking bullshit seriously. You know, it was my word against hers. It was my word against hers. Well, I actually recorded audio of everything, but I didn't tell her that. I didn't tell nobody that. I've still got the fucking audio to this day of her fucking hitting me. I've got the audio of her hitting me. I secretly recorded it because I thought, I'm sick of this. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody fucking gives a shit. I don't really give a shit. I never really give a shit. You know the worst thing is? I said it with JoeKingAudits story time, right? I can't remember if I actually remembered to press replay. That's the worst thing. Why am I in portrait? Why did it decide to be in portrait all of a sudden? I mean, yeah, alright, you know, like face. But you don't have to fucking be in portrait because I've got a long face. It's better if I'm in landscape if I've got a long face, you know. You know that again. I don't know how I'm supposed to. Can you see this? You can't see that. You know, Universal Credit, right? They have rules that say, you know, don't do this, don't do that. It depends on your circumstances. No, it doesn't depend on your circumstances. It depends on your commitments. Every commitment is quantitative, qualitative, what's the fucking word? I said it earlier today. Quantified. Every situation has been quantified. So if you get on benefits and you've got a partner and you've got fucking 2 children, you know, the rules have already been set out before you can even fucking say boo to a boss. I don't know what that fucking saying means either. Yeah, it's to be expected, you know. You know, you can't scare a ghost. So all the fucking information is with universal credit. All the information is already fucking been quantified. You know, if that's a word. All the information in the world has been quantified. So you go to the fucking job centre and go, my circumstances have changed. They go, alright, just fill in this form. And everything will be alright. It's never usually alright. It's never alright, to be honest. I've never had one opportunity where it's simple, you know, where it's fucking, you know, you fill out the information and that's it, you know. They just accept your honesty. I've never had an opportunity like that. And today was no different. They went, oh, you've changed your address, have you? Well, we need information, we need more information, we need more information. Why is your... How can I get you information when I can't even get the information? You know, this is why I didn't change addresses in the first place. Like, I knew if I was to change addresses, I'd be worse off. So I went, nah, I'm not going to change addresses. Like, I can't even explain this to court. Well, I can. But it's a fucking long-winded argument that doesn't need to be long-winded. It doesn't need to be long-winded. But the courts have just dragged it out so much. You know, I expected it to be over on the day that I turned up for court. And, like, you know, it wasn't. It's just so weird. You know, this is a civil matter. This is a civil matter that's easily fucking solved by talking to each other. But my landlord will not even talk to me. My landlord won't even talk to me. They've never ever talked to me. You know? Until recently. And now still they won't talk to me. They're just better than me. They're just too good for me. The actual landlord will not communicate with me because he's better than me. I don't know why. He's a doctor. He's got fucking employees to deal with me. You know, I don't really know. I don't know how he gets off. No, I've got tinnitus, right? But either I'm crazy or I can hear electricity or signals running. I mean, electricity is just a frequency that is energized and pushed along a magnetic polarity. Yeah. It's not a wire. It's not. You don't put electricity into a wire. It just magically moves forward. It don't work like that. You've got to polarize electricity to make it move in a certain direction along a wire. And the only way to polarize electricity is with a magnetic field, copper wire, north and south. And people say gravity is a force. Like, how can you possibly say gravity is a force when like push and pull force on this planet is so much more powerful than the force that holds us to the ground? Like, how can you say that? They say gravity is a weak force, or it's a fucking. It's so weak, but it can hold a guy jumping with all its power to the earth constantly. Gravity is such a weak force. I mean, maybe it's accumulative. Maybe gravity is accumulative, because there's time and there's space and there's mass and there's circumstance and there's energy created by circumstance. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense, if you simplify it into fucking gravity and fucking energy and mass and circumstance and time, you're gonna get a fucking answer. You're gonna get a fucking answer, because you can go, well, the time's an hour, how much energy it can be produced in an hour, how do you create energy, mass and circumstance, how many circumstances happened in that hour. Well, there was a lot of chemical reactions. It was in a vacuum, but even then, there's fucking reaction. There's degradation. There's what's that word? Degradation and evaporation. There's evaporation. Do you know gold? When you buy a chunk of gold, it loses. Uh, like a microgram, or microgram. It loses a microgram every 200 years. You lose gold every time you keep it. You know, every the longer you keep gold in your possession, you're losing like micrograms every 200 years. You know, so it won't, like if you have a fucking gold bar, that's what I'll be them gold bars, like I'll be them gold bars weighing. What is it? How much does a gold bar weigh? More than a kilo. It's like a fucking 1,000 grams. It's 100. It's 100. What do you call 100 fucking grams? I mean 100,000 grams. 1,000 grams is a ton, right? 1,000 grams is a ton. No, that's not right. A ton, yeah, it's 1,000 grams, isn't it? They're ounces, aren't they? They're like fucking ounces. 9, but it'd be fucking 9 ounces. No, it won't be 9 ounces. It's about as big as a fucking 9 ounce. What would you say one of them gold fucking bars? Weights are 18 ounces. Like, why is a cannabis block 9 ounces? Just why? Yeah. I mean, I get it from a fucking mathematical perspective, because you can fucking split into thirds, and everybody knows what a third is. You know, 33.3 recurring, and you don't have to be fucking perfect. You know, if you split a 9 bar into thirds, like, you know, 50% of the time you're gonna estimate correctly. 50% of the time you're gonna estimate correctly. And like 2/3 of the time, you're not only gonna like estimate correctly, but you're gonna be close. You're gonna be fucking so close to being correct that, because if you split something into a third, right, you might make a mistake on one, but then you've got another chance, so like you get closer. So you get closer to being a third. So you've got a fat piece, which is probably a fucking, because you made a mistake, which is okay. Nobody will complain about a fat piece of fucking weed. And you've got a fucking piece that's fucking like bang on a third, you know, or close to it. Because it was your second attempt and you got a bit closer to being a third. You know, I used to deal black and resin. I used to be a drug dealer. I used to deal black. A nine bar cost me £360, and I used to give them like 1.8 for a tenors, 1.8 grams for a tenors, I think it was. No, it was fucking more than that. It was like 2.2 for a tenors. Well, it depends actually. It depends. If you bought the Stardust was 2.5 grams for a tenors, I think. No, it wasn't that. 2.5 for a fivers. It was like 5 gram for a tenors. It used to do about 5 gram for a tenors. And then 1.8 for a fivers. And Stardust, which only came in tenors. That was 2.5. 1.8 and then 2. I think it was 2.5. No, it was 2 gram. No, it was 4 gram. 4 gram for a tenors. 4 gram for a tenors. 1.8 for a fivers. 2.5. 4.5 gram. 4.5 gram for Stardust tenor. And a 20s was 5. No, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Yeah, it was nearly 5 gram. No, it was 5 gram for 20s. I remember now. I used to do extra for Stardust, but it wasn't as good as the 20s. The 20s was the fucking place to be. You know, if you get a fucking 20s block, it were always 5 gram. You know, 2.5 for a tenner. It was 5. It was 5 gram. But Stardust was special. Stardust was special, where it were a tenner's bag. Because people fucking loved the Stardust. All my mates used to love the Stardust. Like I couldn't sell anything else to my mates. You know, once my mates knew about the Stardust, they would bang on it. They would bang on it. Because you don't have to fucking, you know, you don't have it in a block. It's just fucking shavings when I fucking cut the block, the 9 bar block. It's just shavings off of it. It's just bits that have crumbled off and dried out. So what you do, like, is like first, you used to get a hot knife, you know, put it in fucking hot flame, fucking melt like a line, and then chop it into bits, and then weigh the bits, and go, that's fucking too much. Chop a bit off. So you've got like you've got these little chunks. So you put all these little chunks with these other bigger chunks, and you make up like a batch of these bags that are full of little chunks. So what I did is I went, fuck these little chunks. You know, you can either buy these bags of little chunks which are fucking exactly the same weight. I usually go, if it's not a big block like that, I usually go a bit over. You know, I'll allow it to go a bit over if it's fucking, you know, if you've got 2 blocks. If you've got a little block and a big block, I'll fucking allow it to go over. But otherwise, like, it's got to be bang on or not at all. You know, so I'm left with these little chunks. I'm like fucking bagging all these chunks up and fucking getting the weight right, making sure it's fucking perfect. And I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with all these fucking shavings? Like, I smoke it, me. You know, I put it in a cig, and I used to smoke it. But back then, I didn't used to smoke it a lot. The only time I'd ever smoke it is after work, weekend. If I'm not going out. If I'm going out, I'll never smoke weed. I'll never smoke fucking weed when I fucking go out. I'll never smoke black when I go out. You know, like, if I come home and everyone's fucking smoking weed, I'll have some weed, or I might fucking roll a joint myself. You know, it's like, if I've got company, I'll fucking you want a fucking joint. But like, this one girl, fucking hell, she was fucking weird. Like, I don't even know what happened. Like, it was like closing time, and like we were last fucking people on the dance floor, and it's like, you know, when it's closing time, the fucking music just goes, shoo, and then the fucking guy goes, oh, that's your lot, unfortunately. I'll see you again next week. And check out my fucking website. I'm DJ fucking blah blah blah. And the guy was always so fucking full of himself, you know. Like, I don't know. Yeah, he didn't say I hope you enjoy yourself. He's like, I'm sure you enjoyed yourself, you know. And I would ask you, but you obviously can't talk back, can you? And it's like, it's fucking shit jokes like that, you know. I mean, I make shit jokes like that, but you know, I also say that I am self righteous because I believe in what I do. You know, you can't go, I'm self righteous because I think I'm a good DJ. You know, it just don't work like that. You know, you can pull some shit off on a fucking on some decks that nobody else has seen. That doesn't make you a good DJ. You know, that doesn't make you a good DJ. But the reason I think I am, like, the reason I believe in myself is because nobody else will. It's because nobody does what I do. Nobody does what I do apart from Charlie Beach. And like, even Charlie Beach doesn't do what I do. You know, nobody does what I do. You've seen it with your own two eyes what I do. You know, do you think that is important what I do? CTS radio, or is it my dad? Might be my dad. I feel like bad now, because my dad says, come fucking look after me in Splane, Joe, you can be my carer. And I'm like, Dad, it don't work like that. You know, and he's like, I know it don't work like that, but you know, we need some help around the house, and you're fucking my family. Like, come and help me. And I'm like, Dad, I said I'd do it, but I can't, because my dad's girlfriend accused me when I fucking moved over there the first time. My dad's girlfriend accused me of nicking 400 quid out of a bank account after my dad got his partner's credit card, and I went to Cash Point, got the cash out, went to the shop, bought the bread and the crate of beer with the cash, come back, give him the cash card, give him the fucking shopping, give him receipt. Well, actually, I didn't get a receipt. But I didn't need a fucking receipt. No, it's fucking there. It's there how much I took. You know, if I took that money out of that cash machine, they're gonna know Bella Orchetta cash machine, £400. She didn't show me that. She didn't show me Dad any of that. She just says, oh, £400 gone in. And then I get kicked out, and my dad gets kicked out. And then as soon as me and my dad find another place to live, Regina's like, oh, I'm sorry. I am a Spanish. I don't know what the fuck I am talking about. And you know, and I've never got an apologist to this day. I've never got an apologist to this day. You know, I used to steal out of my dad's pocket. My dad were a musician, right? He used to always have cash on him. You know, every gig, he'd get money in cash, pay the fucking band, and he'd have his cash on him. You know, and he'd fucking buy a drink and he'd have change. So I used to fucking rob change out of his fucking jean pockets while he was sleeping next to my mother. And I admit it, but I never stole notes, and I never fucking, you know, stole too much. I just stole what I fucking needed. You know, a couple of quid here and there. You know, back then, a couple of quid were a lot of money. You know, you fucking steal a quid, you can get 100 penny sweets. You know, back then we still had penny sweets. I know it's fucking unbelievable, but we actually had penny sweets. I actually found a shop that sells penny sweets again. But even the penny sweets have got smaller. Has anyone noticed that? I mean, like, you'd have a hard job finding a penny sweet nowadays. But, you know, if you look, you'll realise, what the fuck? if you look for penny sweets and you find one, they're tiny. I mean, maybe it's because I'm bigger now and perspective changes, but I'd like to think that, I mean, a cola bottle used to be a penny. You know, you could go into any shop back in there, buy a cola bottle, and them little cola bottles, not the big fucking 10p cola bottles, which are now fucking 20p, or they went up to 15p, and then they went up to 20p, and now they're fucking like 50p, and big cola bottles are like 50p nowadays. Well, I don't know, they're probably about 30p. They can't be 50p, can they? They probably are. What are them fucking chomps? They're called chomps. I wonder if Americans know what a chomp is. I mean, it's not special, to be honest. It's fucking... what's that stuff called? Caramel carnation. No, not caramel carnation. Something carnation. We call it carnation. Milk carnation. Or dairy carnation. Condensed milk. It's condensed. Well, it's not condensed. It's fucking... What's the bloody thing called when you thicken a sauce? Condensed. No, it's not condensed though. It's dilute. What's concentrated? It's concentrated. Right. Milk. It's concentrated milk. It's the sugar out of milk. It's vitamin. No. What am I about? Oh, them chomps. Yeah, it's like a big fucking chunk of condensed milk. Condensed milk, yeah. What did I say? There's a word for condensed. Is the other word for condensed. Diluted. Concentrated. It's concentrated fucking sugary starch and shit from milk. That's what caramel carnation is. So they have this thing called chomps, and it's 10p, right? All it is a fucking lump of sugar with some fucking like milk that's been condensed and turned into sugar. And caramelized, I suppose. But 10p for a bar about that big. Actually, it's a bit less than that. About that big. So, like, you know, it's thin. It's thin as in the middle, you know, all the way across. You know, and it's fucking like 1 centimetre thick. You know, it's like 2 centimetres wide 1 centimetre thick at most. 15 centimetres long. No, it's probably less. 10, 12, 13 centimetres long. No, it's probably less than that. It's probably about 15 centimetres long. 12.5 centimetres long. 12.5 centimetres long. QO. I know exactly what you mean, bro. I know exactly what you mean. But, you know, I have fucking trouble understanding Scottish people at the best of times, so. I think he just rolled over on his phone, and then somehow it slipped onto JoeKingAudits, and then somehow he managed to press Q or. It's unfortunate for him that, you know, Q is like a James Bond Secret Service guy. And JoeKingAudits is very judgmental. So he judges people like Kenneth Grindley. And he goes, I wonder what Kenneth Grindley's like. And like the only thing that came to mind is intelligent. He's intelligent, but he's a stickler for the rules. So I was just like, intelligence agency. Kenneth Grindley's from intelligence agency. That fucking Matthew Archer. He's from he's a work coach. Matthew Archer. 000. He's just a guy that fucking snitches on people. Awais Chowdhury is just a guy that fucking, like, he's like me, he's on benefits, but he pretends like he's fucking, you know, he's the big man. 100. Are you intelligence agency? Was I bang on? Was I right? Kenneth, don't leave me hanging. Well, maybe you're AI. No, like somebody with the name Kenneth Grindley would not write Kenneth Grindley. Kenneth Grindley. Like, you know, no, like, oh, he's gone. I mean, you just won't write Kenneth Grindley like that. Is he AI? Is Kenneth Grindley AI? I think I'm getting out of views, but I only get I only get a penny for 100 views. You know, I'll most of the time it's not 100 views. I do like 12 hours, and I look back on it, and over a week, I get I don't even get a penny. I get 0.01. No. I get like 0.1 of a penny. No, I get a penny. There's no 0.1s. I remember looking at one live stream, and I got 6p. And this was like the best, like the most viewed live stream in a while, you know. I got 6p over a month, you know. Like a hundred and fucking 20 views or something. 120 views. Probably the same guy over and over again, but you know, it was still 120 views. And it was like, you know, like 9 hours watch time. I get 9 hours watch time over 12 hours. You know, people say like there's like, you know, I'm not fucking doing that on YouTube. I get 9 hours watch time on a 12-hour live stream. You know, okay, that is fucking shit. Yes, it's shit. You know, it's not gonna pay the bills. It's not gonna pay the bills. You know, if you got a 12-hour live stream and you've got 9 hours worth of watch time, you know that means like 9 of them people have watched an hour in total. You know, a bit over, a bit over. No, yeah, an hour. Yeah, everybody's watched an hour. You get 12 people, you get 12 views. No, mate, I get 100 views. I get 100 views. That means 10. Right. No. It means everybody's watched the video for 10 minutes. No, they don't. Probably less than 10 minutes. Everybody's watched. If I get 100 views on a video, it means everybody's watched about, can't work it out, 100 divided by 60. That's what, 0.6. 0.6. Fuck. And then you times it by, I'm trying to find percentage. How much percentage do people watch? So 100 people in a 12-hour. I mean, if it's a 10-hour live stream, that still doesn't help me. It's 60 minutes per hour, which is a fucking ball. Why can't they make hours last fucking 100 minutes, or 10 minutes, or you know? Why why does an hour have to be 60 minutes? It's just fucking, it's dumb. I get it. It's the minimum. It's the minimum you can go to, and like give enough people rest per day, and have them work as much as possible. That's why there's 60 minutes in an hour. That's why there's 30 days in a month. That's why there's 7 days in a week. You know, if you're working 5 days a week and you get 2 days off, you're like, wow, I get 2 days off. You know, but if you spread that out over a year, you go, oh, I get about fucking a month off. You know, I get less than a month off. You know, maybe what, two days a week, 56 weeks. 2 times 56. Okay, you get a couple of months off. You get a couple of months off. 56 weeks times, what did I say? 2. 112 days off a year. You get 112 days off a year out of 365. That can't be right. You're working 5 days a week. 56 weeks. So that if you got 2 days off a week, that's 112. Got 112 days, 365. That don't seem right. You've got 365 days. How can you have 112 days off a weekend? It just don't work, does it? There's another 5 days in the week. And 5 days in a week times 56. How much does that make? 5 times 56. Well, half of 5 is 250. Half of 6 is 3. So 200 and half of 63. 250 0.5. 250.5 days a year work. How is that possible? How do you work 250 fucking days? You know what? I'm happy on 1,525 subscribers. So from now on, if I go over 1,525 subscribers, then start banning people, because I'm happy with my little channel. I don't have to make no money. Like YouTube, my YouTube channel is not about making money. It never has been. When I started making money, I was like, oh, I can start taking this serious. And I started taking it serious. And people lost interest. People were only interested at the start because I know exactly why people were interested at the start. It's because I was a mystery. I was a mystery. I was always the one behind the camera. Like that's why people wear masks. That's why people hide their identity. AB, fucking biggest auditor in England, biggest auditor in the fucking world, realistically, because it is English, right? And he's got fucking 500,000 subscribers. Has he? No. I think he's got like 500,000 subscribers. He's got more than that. He's got like 900,000 subscribers. AB, right? Am I wrong? You know the problem is when you get big on YouTube, you get big, and you blow up, and then you just level out. You just level out, and you get this fucking trickle of subscribers and new people that don't fucking hit the subscribe button, don't hit the like button, they don't fucking do it, they just come and go as they please, and you're just trickling in a little bit of money like every so often. When you like go viral, like it didn't go viral. Charlie Beach. I'm thinking about Charlie Beach here because you were talking about it, and it's like YouTube don't fucking help me enough. And it's like that all that means to me is that guy's struggling to survive off of YouTube. That's all it means, and like it's impossible. It's impossible to like put all your eggs in one basket and go, I want to fucking live as a YouTuber, because you could get fucking banned any day. All your videos could get fucking, what's the word, audited. All your videos could get audited by YouTube, and they go, we're gonna have to demonetize you. I'm sorry. It's come to our attention that you are going against the community standards guidelines of YouTube, and we didn't catch it at first, so you can keep your money, but now unfortunately all these popular videos and stuff, we're gonna have to fucking demonetize them because of reasons, and they go through all your fucking videos and they go, right, demonetize that one, that says something fucking fishy, this one says something fishy. Well, they don't even go for all your videos. What they do is they take the transcripts of what they think you said via an AI that predicts what you've said by the sounds that you make, and it gets written down as a transcript, and then they flag certain areas of the fucking wording, and YouTube go, yeah, that sounds like a bad thing. So, like, they fucking they demonetize all your videos. And you get a notification most of the time. Well, actually, you don't actually get you don't have to get you don't actually get a notification. Once you've made your decision about whether this video should get monetized or not, you put your opinion in, and I swore a few times that, like, it's not suitable for children. You put your opinion in, they accept that opinion, and then they go, if it's all that flags up, and they go, we can't put advertisements on this video. They haven't checked the video, they haven't checked if it's wrong, they haven't checked if it's right. You know, it's flagged up, and they go, we can't risk putting advertisements on this video, which I understand. You know, advertisers do not want their advertisements playing on a fucking cunt like me. Who's gonna sponsor JoeKingAudits? Nobody. Like, I'm too controversial. You know, if I got like, if I was I was gonna say socialist then for a second. I don't understand politics. That's my problem. Not socialist. What's the other thing? Conservative. If I were conservative, conservative is woke, right? Actually, no, conservative, not woke. What's that other fucking thing? That's woke. There's another big political party. It's more woke than conservative. No, there ain't. Is there? Like, conservative is woke. Conservative is woke. Right? Am I wrong in that? Like, what does conservative mean? It means you conserve the right to have an opinion on any given situation. And you let the people make the decision whether it's right or wrong. That's conservative. Conservatism is the act of asking people what they want, and doing something that the people want. That's conservatism. I don't think I've ever seen a conservative. John Major was conservative, wasn't he? I've never seen a conservative that has done anything like that the people want. I've never actually seen the government actually do anything apart from fucking Brexit. They didn't have much of a choice in that fucking respect. Really. They didn't really have a choice. You know the reason we left the European Union? Does anybody know what fucking kicked it over the edge? It caused everybody to fucking leave the European Union. It was the sea. It was the oceans. It was the fishing. That's what fucking tipped it over edge. The people went like, what's the point of fucking having a job anymore? And like, I can only fish over here. I used to be able to fish over here. Used to be able to fish over here. Used to be able to fish like anywhere I want around the United Kingdom. I used to be able to fish. European Union go, well, you know, you're all part of Europe. Just let people fucking encroach onto your fishing waters. It's like, well, we don't fish there. It's like, exactly. What's the problem then? You know, let them guys fish there. Yeah, but these guys are fucking coming from like, miles away. Like, what's the benefit? We left that fishing water clear for our own reasons. You know why England leaves fishing waters? It's not because we care about the environment. England left these spaces of clear fishing areas they didn't even say don't fish there. They didn't even say don't fish there. They just left them clear because fucking England's an island and the ocean fucking has these fucking like tidal what do you call it? Tidal. They have effects where it congregates a slipstream of a river in an ocean and like it's just inefficient. So we just left them fucking areas clear. And other people go, well, you know, you're not fishing there, why don't you let us fish there? And then like they encroach on fucking our borders. Then people fucking take advantage of it and import people over. And then they went, there's a problem. It won't even because of the importation of people, because of the fishing. Like the fishermen, the fucking, you know, these guys that fucking go out on boats and risk their lives every day. It's dangerous on a fishing boat, man. Like the health and safety regulations that I had to put up with being a chef. is nothing compared to being a fisherman, you know. Well, actually, it's on par, to be honest. Actually, it's on par. Apart from it's less dangerous. Like the shit that the fucking European Union did with fishing waters, that were crazy. That were actually like they own the seas. Like the fucking European Union own the seas. Okay, they give us money for it. The European Union like donated money to the English government in trade fees that they collected, and then they took their fucking share. We just let it happen under our fucking noses. Like we should be fucking compensated. Like we shouldn't have been fucking we shouldn't have been going to fucking European Union courts and going like, you know, oh, we have to make a deal. No. The European Union should have been coming to us and going, we'll give you £10 million. We'll give you £10 million if we can carry on. That's probably what happened. The European Union came up to us and went, what will it take for this to go away? And then they fucking realised. They started messing with fucking fishing. The thing is, right, England has been a maritime civilization for as long as England has existed. You know? England has been a seafaring society since time began. That's why we were so successful as an empire. Because we went out on fishing on boats and fucking, like, you know, audited the world. We audited the world. We went out and we went, I wonder what you guys are about. Okay, we didn't do it in the best of ways. Definitely not. But, you know, we did it our way. We did it our way. We did it fucking. We did in our culture what we've always done. Right? Nobody's ever gonna look back on our culture and go, that was a mistake. Because look at what we've created. You want to talk about white privilege and shit? You know, nobody's ever gonna complain about what we created. White privilege. You want to talk about white privilege? You know, white. What's the word? Something is in the eyes of the beholder. White privilege is in the eyes of the beholder. What's that saying where it says something is in the eyes of the beholder? White privilege is in the eyes of the beholder. Nobody fucking believes in white privilege. It's just one person going, I'm beholding this fucking image of white privilege. It's the only reason it was fucking exists. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Beauty another word for beauty is complexity. Beauty means it doesn't mean intelligent design. It means artistic design, or like beauty in nature, scientifically speaking, means beauty isn't in the eyes of the beholder. It's just like Schrodinger's cat, but it's nothing to do with the paradox. Well, actually, it's to do with the paradox. So, apart from everybody can fucking see it. Well, you can't really see it. No, it's hidden behind ignorance. Like, it is Schrodinger's cat. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That's Schrodinger's cat. Because people see beauty every day. That's beautiful. But then they see the bad stuff. I experience the bad stuff and go, I hate life. And that passion for conflicting opinion, judgment, that messes with your mind. Like, life should be sitting and watching a sunset. If you want to sit and watch a sunset, life should be sitting and watching a sunset. And if that makes you happy, you should be allowed to do more of that. But if you've got to work 37 hours a week, 5 days a week, and like weekend comes around and it's pissing it down with rain, you end up in the pub getting a taxi, and you spend far too much money. You know, you spend like a fucking day's wage in the pub, and you get a taxi home, you get a takeaway, and you spent a day's wage in the pub. You got to get up. You got to get up in the morning after the pub, and you've got to leave the pub early, so you've got enough time to sober up, so you're sober to drive to work. Like nobody sees all that. Nobody sees all that. That stuff does not exist. That stuff does not exist to anybody. You know, that stuff does not exist to anybody. Like Schrodinger's cat. The cat doesn't exist in the box. There is no cat in the box, because no one's ever seen it. No one ever saw anybody put the cat in a box. It was just a guy going, if I put a cat in a box and I say to you, is there a cat in the box? Is there a cat in the box? Like, how do you know? How do you know? Like, the cat could meow. You know, the box could meow. You could make the box meow. Nowadays, you know, with technology, you can make the box meow, and still you've got to make a decision. Like, there's a cat in the box, or there isn't a cat in the box, and like what kind of probability do you think you'd get out of people if you said, is there a cat in the box? Like, without the meow first, without the meow, and then you make the box meow. Like, you know, what's the probability of both of them fucking questions? It's 50-50. It should be 50-50, really. It should be 50-50. If you're intelligent enough, like, you know, well, you should say no. If you're intelligent enough, you should say no. There's no cat in the box, because you've got no evidence. You've got no reasonable grounds to say that there is a cat in the box. You know, you won't find someone if it was a crime. Like, this guy's put a cat in a box, and he admitted it. He's put a cat in a box, and it were a crime. And you go, you should be arrested for cruelty to animals because you put a cat in a box. Like, most people wouldn't fucking like agree with that, you know. Most people wouldn't agree with that. Oh, you've put a cat in a box, so what? It doesn't matter. You know, most people will go, well, have you actually put a cat in the box? Like, reasonably thinking, all you've said is you've put a cat in a box, and then, you know, like, you're admitting you're guilty of a criminal offence for putting a cat in a box for some unknown reason, which doesn't make sense, because who puts a cat in a box? You know, why would you put a cat in a box? Because you're doing a social experiment, or because you're like trying to prove a point for some reason? You know, like, you probably haven't put a cat in a box because you know it's a fucking criminal offence. You know, so like, it should be 50-50, really. But it's more people believe that you've put a cat in a box. If you say to someone, someone that I've put a cat in a box, most people would believe that a cat is in the box, unless they can open it, and then they might change their mind. If they can open the box, if they have the opportunity to open the box, they'll probably change their mind and go, well, you know, you're going to let me open the box, so of course you haven't put a cat in a box, you know, because I'll be able to find out that you've put in a cat in a box, and you know, that's a bad thing to do, putting a cat in a box. And you know, people don't think of it as a metaphor, like putting a cat in a box. Even if you've got a physical box there, even if you've got a physical cat there, like, people don't think of the actual, what's the word, mentalism, the mentalism behind putting a cat in a box, or anything like auditing. Like, you know, auditors just stand there and ask questions. AB's really good at it. He's like, he stumbles on his words on purpose to buy himself time to think about whether he should answer that question or not. And when he's talking to police, you'll hear him stumbling on his words. That's not because he doesn't know what to say. That's because he's thinking whether he should like respond to that at all in the first place, or should he say no comment, which he never says. He usually comes back with a question like, why do you want to see my ID? What kind of ID would you like? I'm a physical human being stood right here. You can see my face, you can take a picture of my face, you're recording on your cameras. Why do you need to see ID? Yeah. Identification is identifying something. You look at something, take a picture, and you come to a conclusion about what that looks like. If you see an unidentified flying object, you say it was a saucer shape, it was shiny, it lit up the fucking sky, it moved abnormally, you know, you identify it. You don't need ID. Like when AB went out with his fucking ID, like two letters, ID, and give it to police officers, it wasn't taking the piss. It wasn't being pedantic. It wasn't being sarcastic. It was being literal. It was being literal. You like what like how do you want to ID me? How do you want to ID me? You know, this is the best way to ID me. I'll give you this ID. You'll never forget this experience ever again. Because, you know, nobody's ever give you the letters I and D as an ID before. You know, you guys are never gonna forget AB because I gave you my ID. Nobody's ever gonna forget him. You know, that's identification. You know, nobody's ever gonna forget that. That's you know, it's a freaking, that's identification. if I carry a bottle of beer around with me on the street every day, like every day, you know, and everybody sees me, and like I get into trouble, and they go, that guy carrying a bottle of beer. That's identification. Because you know, next day I'll be out walking around with a bottle of beer in my hand. That's identification. If police came up to me and went, somebody made a complaint about you, for God knows what, probably alarm harassment and distress. That's what it usually is. And goes, it were a guy carrying a bottle of beer around with grey fucking jogging pants on, and Dr. Martin boots, and a big rucksack. You know, I'd be like, okay, yeah, fine, that's me. You know, there's no denying it. There's no denying it. That's basically all the clothes I've got. If he says prison pants, I'd be happy. Like, I didn't realize the implications of wearing prison pants. Because I was homeless. When I fucking got my prison pants, I was homeless. And I was like, fucking struggling, and I'm getting dirty, and you know, fucking shit's fucking getting in my shoes. So what I did is I like started wearing these prison pants, and I could fucking tuck my pants into my took my socks into my took my pants into my socks. And I had two pairs of socks on, so I fucking folded the socks over like the second pair of socks over my shoes, and then I got stones in my socks. But like, I didn't have no stones in my shoes. That's the main thing. I wasn't standing on stones all the time. So, what's the point? But that's when I started wearing prison pants, and I didn't think twice about it. I didn't think twice about it because, you know, I was poor anyway. I was homeless, and then, you know, I had no dignity anyway. I had fucking zero dignity. I fucking one time I went into fucking Asda. I had fucking black soot marks all over my face. It actually looked like I was fucking pretending to be a black guy. Like it looked like I've charcoaled my face up to be like pretend to be a black guy. I didn't even know. I didn't even know when I walked into Asda. People were looking at me and laughing at me, and I'm like, they must know JoeKingAudits is here. And I mean, I think I was JoeKingAudits back then, but I didn't really make any auditing videos. I just well, yeah, I did make auditing. Yeah. I was JoeKingAudits then, but so I started wearing my prison pants, and like these prison pants that I'm wearing right now, these are the pants that I wore in prison cells. Well, I got these prison pants from cells. I took them to prison. And they only give you two pairs of pants, two pairs of these jogging pants. So they give me an extra one. You know, they give me everything like a standard else gets, but they give me one pair of prison pants less because I came in with these prison pants. Well, actually, I came in with jeans, but I had my prison pants because just in case I want to walk a long distance, I don't want to be wearing my fucking chino jeans. these prison pants have been a prison. They've been while I were homeless, while I were in cells. Yeah. These prison pants has seen some action, man. These prison pants has seen some actions. I can't even think how old I would be now. I mean, it would be before my YouTube channel. I had these prison pants before my YouTube channel. So that's like 2 years. I've had my YouTube channel for 2 years, going on 2 years. October. It'll be 2 years in October, I think. Was it 3 years? It can't be 3 years. I've only been paid once. I've only been paid once in 2 years. Do you know what it is? When there's an up and coming new auditor, like the auditors get together and they go, "Yo, check out this new auditor, JoeKingAudits." Blah blah blah. They have no idea anything about me, but you know, they're so popular, and realistically, you know, if you're bigging other people up, then you're righteous. You know, you're being righteous. I don't want no charity from fucking anybody, but like definitely the reason my channel exploded. It didn't even explode really, did it? It just had a little boom. The reason that happened is because somebody like fucking spread it around their fucking channel, going, "Yo, check out JoeKingAudits." And I don't know who it is. I think it were AB. I think AB try to fucking help me out. You know, I've watched all AB's videos. I'm surprised like AB would fucking big me up. It's the only fucking explanation really. I mean, it's not the only explanation. It could have been live free, to be honest. Live free is so live free is nothing like me, you know. Live free is nothing like me. I mean, he will break the rules. He will break the rules to get a result, which is the same as me. But he respects other people's rules as well. You know, I'm an anarchist, right? Anarchy means you make your own rules. If everyone's making their own rules, that means you've got to respect other people's rules. I don't do that. I don't respect other people's rules. You know, unless I go to someone's house, unless I go to someone where they have jurisdiction over me. I mean, if I go to a police station, you know, I'll listen to them and I'll go, yeah, okay, that sounds reasonable. You know, don't stand in front of like the outward outward bloody where the police cars are going to go out. You know, don't stand in front and like block police cars with the flashing lights coming out. Well, mostly they just said don't block police cars. And I'm like, what do you mean don't block police cars? Like don't fucking you mean don't bloody impede a police officer while he's doing his duty. Is that what you mean? Do you know what it is about auditors, right? Auditors are a waste of police time. They should not be approaching a guy with a camera. Whatever the reason, you know, whatever the reason, even if it is a terrorist with a camera recording the police station, just having a camera does not automatically make you a terrorist. Like, just recording a police station does not automatically make you a terrorist. Maybe you are a terrorist and you're recording the police station for terrorist reasons, but you can't just go around and go, I'm gonna approach everybody with a camera, because you don't do that here. You just approach auditors, because we use our cameras to go and look at your police station and your police officers and your police constables. That's why you've come out to us. It's nothing to do with terrorists. It's because you're annoyed that, like, we are like standing up for our rights and going, I don't like what the police are doing, so I'm gonna record them. Like without even telling them, you know. We don't even have to tell them that. I tell them straight, me. You know? I tell them I fucking hate the police. It's like, well, you can't tolerate. You know, not all police are. No, I just hate them all. You must have met a good one. No. Actually, I have met many good ones, but you know, two wrongs does not make a right, and one right and one wrong does not mean the police service is acceptable. It's just not acceptable in the current state. All the time I've been growing up, I've had problems with the police, and like, I've never had a criminal record until I breached the bail conditions when I fucking met a girl, you know. I met a girl and fucking shit happened with the family, and I got bail conditions to keep away from my girlfriend, my fucking, like, a girl I've been with for like one year plus. You know, we've been living together for 1 year plus. They says, oh, you can't see her because you were a witness to everything. And I'm like, what are you on about? Like, well, she told us that she saw everything, but she's nervous about coming forward. And like the police have put two and two together and think she's nervous about coming forward because I'm gonna fucking beat her up or something to like keep her quiet. After I've been living with her for 1 year, the police know it. I mean, we've had our fair share of arguments. We've had fucking police turning up left, right, and centre. But this is the brush I'm tired with. My girlfriend was fucking mental. Right, she used to hit me all. She used to lash out. I won't say she used to hit me. Yeah, she used to hit me. But she used to hit me all the time. But I'm a man. I can fucking as long as you don't punch me in the face, I'm not really that bothered. It don't really fucking hurt. It pisses me off. But I just waft you away like a fucking fly. That's how strong men are. Women waft them away. I don't even have to fucking hardly touch them. And she gets bruises on her arms because I pinned her down against her will because she won't fucking and she's like, oh, it pinned me down against my will, and I thought you were gonna fucking rape me, and it's like, what are you on about? You started with me, I pinned you down on the fucking couch and said, shut the up, you won't stop struggling, so I just fucking, I flipped you over onto your face, I tied your arms around your body, and I went, have you finished yet? That's what, not well, actually. That's what I did. That's what I did to her sister. Well, I did it to my girlfriend as well. But I make them. I make them fucking give themselves a bear hug. I make them give themselves a bear hug. Her sister, right? She was fucking crazy. Once she fucking had one too many drinks, she just starts shouting and she never fucking stops. And I'm just like, right, I'm going to bed now. And so I went upstairs. She's fucking shouting all downstairs, and I'm like, I'm never going to be able to sleep with this. Usually if I had a few drinks, I can just fucking conk out. But this day, she was just fucking shouting and bawling, and my girlfriend was going, Joe, help me. And I'm like, nah, not this time, Becky. Not this time, Becky. I told you to fucking get rid of her from, the minute she got here. I said she's too drunk, man. It's going to cause too much fucking problems. You say the word and I'll kick her out. And my girlfriend was fucking, she's obsessed with fucking drama. Like people that watch Coronation Street and EastEnders and JoeKingAudits, they're obsessed with drama. You can't have a relationship with these people. Like if you want to have a discussion with a person that watches Coronation Street, God help you, because I mean, I'm always right. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm always right, and it's a flaw with my personality. But the reason I choose to pretend I'm always right, let's say, because nobody can be right 100% of the time. You know, the reason I choose to give out that persona that I am always right when I'm auditing is because I've got to be an alpha. I've got to be an alpha. You know, I've got to dictate the I've got to be the master of the ceremony. You know, this is the JoeKingAudits show, not the police show, not the fucking Becky show. But you know, when you're in a relationship, you've got to go, okay, I'm sorry, or okay, I'll try fucking harder. You know, if you're in a relationship, you've got to fucking work at the relationship. You know, regardless if you want to do anything. You know, if you don't want to take your girlfriend on a date, it's just fucking, what's the point? What's the point? If your girlfriend wants to go on a date every so often, and she tells you that, and you go, nah, I don't want to go on a date, you know, it's not a fucking relationship, is it? My, that fucking Becky I was talking about, she was like mentally scarred. She was mentally scarred, where she was almost, what's the word? Like housebound. What's the word for housebound? Not claustrophobic. What's the word for when you don't leave the house? Oh, I feel sick. Not claustrophobic. Not xenophobic. What's xenophobic? Is that even a real thing? Xenophobic. Zen. Zen is peace, right? What's xenophobia? What's the word for living like you daren't go out? Not claustrophobia. Solitude phobia. Solitary phobia. Single phobia. What's the word for fucking not going out of your house? It's gotta be something like claustrophobia. Closet. Oh, it's derived from closet, I guess. Claustrophobia is derived from closet. Closet meaning locked into the box. Close it. Closet is close it. It's a mixture of close and it. So we call it closet. Claustrophobia is being closed in. And then what's the fucking word when you won't leave your house there? have to Google. Come on, you help me. No one knows what fucking getting locked in your house is. Agoraphobia. Agoraphobia. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Actually, it doesn't make no sense whatsoever. I don't know where the word aggro came from. That's my fucking shit. Agoraphobia. What's the spider one? Arachnophobia. Where the fuck does agoraphobia come from? Agro? No, because like people don't go out of the house because of the aggro. Maybe. That's funny. It's like it means just scared of like, the words that fucking psychologists have chosen for certain things. It's not good. It's not good for mental ill people, which is funky. There's a guy on YouTube, right? He made a video. I haven't taken my call off. Such a fucking I'll be right back. don't like this size of putting a pot. What were I just thinking of then? Right. You don't need to fucking know. You don't need to know. That's all right. Just have it a minute ago. Maybe I'll put it downstairs. Imagine if you're what do you call it? Mental exercise. Not mental exercise. Imagine if your thought process was, should I get a shower before court